Good morning, Sunrisers. Happy Wednesday. Welcome to the Roundtable. I am Shelley, and joining me this morning, of course, it's 10 days to her birthday, Barbie. And of course, it's always a pleasure to see my favorite CVM personality. Hi, TK.
It's a lot of days to my birthday.
It's a lot, yes. Oh, it's many months to mine, so
but it's coming. It's coming.
Yes, of course. Yes. Ladies, I want to do, like we've been having a very interesting few, let's say, weeks.
I know.
How to do?
Absolutely. I'm well. I'm better today than I've been before.
Previous.
But yeah, I'm good. It's a little hard to see what's happening out there. Right?
Yeah. TK.
I'm well. I'm grateful. I've seen what's been happening, and I, you know, you shouldn't compare, but I'm just so grateful for the mercy that I have received versus others.
And what I want to talk about as well is I'm seeing a lot of people stepping up and trying to do good and trying to help. I see a lot of people using their superpower for good.
Yes.
And it's always beautiful to see when Jamaicans put their hands and hearts together, because we're amazing when we do that, and we should do more of it. So I'm very happy to see a lot of us stepping up. So let's see what's going on this social buzz.
I don't have nowhere to turn to. Food, shelter. You come and say that's my life gone. How about my life gone?
The situation is grim. There is no power. There's almost complete destruction of homes and buildings on the island.
Ignore the new reality that climate crisis poses to Caribbean nations. It must be noted that we are only at the beginning of the hurricane season. We still have a staggering 5 months to go.
We call it the social buzz, but it's very sobering to see what Beryl actually did throughout the Caribbean. And of course, you know, she stopped by here in Jamaica last week and did some damage here as well. And ladies, I just think that it is very scary when you think about the fact, that point that the speaker just made, where she said it's only the beginning of the hurricane season.
Only the beginning. Yeah. I remember sitting there, and I mean, we're in Kingston, right? So we really didn't get the brunt of it. But I remember sitting there and just thinking, my God, this is literally destroying someone else's life right now. And just not even being able to know or to even like touch that. I couldn't. I mean, you're thankful that you're okay, but then you're also thinking, my God, this is actually destroying someone's life right now. There's a child somewhere terrified.
Oh, for sure.
And that's why it's so disheartening to see when people complain about things that are inconvenient, yes, but also in the scheme of things, it's almost a slap in the face of people who have lost it all. You know, like, oh, you know, I'm still without light, which I know is very challenging. I get that. It's very uncomfortable to not have light or not have water, but there are people who don't have an island anymore based on, you know, this.
Yeah, well, you know, everybody's discomfort is theirs, and they cross to bear and all of that. So I try not to compare, but what I really want us to do, for those who can, let us help. Let us see what we can do to make it better for somebody else.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But hold on, yes, I know enough things to talk about. We're going to get into it, but we have to talk about your bag of things.
Yes.
So it's time for bag of things.
My bag of things is this board game in particular, it's called Comptonopoly.
No, hold on. Me know about man. Monopoly.
This is
Tell us
actually
about the
made by
Compton one.
Monopoly. It's made by Monopoly, and what Monopoly did was they made board games based on different cities in America.
Oh, fancy.
This particular one is you could only purchase it in Compton.
Oh, that's
so
cool.
it actually has a lot of the different landmarks in Compton for sure. It has watchtowers, the Eagle Tree. So these are things that it has Tams. It has Tams Burgers right here. Tams Burgers, which is really big. So these are like businesses and different landmarks within Compton. Compton Courthouse. It has the skateboarding park. Then it has like main avenues like Rosecrans Avenue, Compton Boulevard. Those things.
Oh, so it's Monopoly.
It is Monopoly, but it's Comptonized, right? And I thought it was
Imagine a Jamaica one to that.
Jamaica.
Oh, for sure.
Jamopoly.
Jamopoly.
Yes.
Oh, there you go.
Yes, and then see, you get city blocks instead of houses. You get blocks to build on the different areas.
Because
and once you build out your block, right, you get keys to the city. Yeah, so that's what you get there. You have the keys and you have the blocks in there. So it's really, really cool.
All right, well, we should play Comptonopoly one of these nights.
I'm ready.
But in the meantime,
Let's go.
In the meantime, let's see what's hot coming. Something hot is coming in the box. Another box, Barbie. So from your box to the hot box.
Switch boxes.
From your box to the hot box. Thank you so much, Abby. Lovely singing this morning, by the way. I was cheering for you. Oh, interesting, you see? Boy, everything ties together this morning. I hear the topic. Jamaica is not Kingston. Expanding our thought border.
Yes.
Well, y'all know that I come from Jeffreytown, PA, St. Mary. So we know, say, Kingston alone is not Jamaica.
Yeah.
But we have to understand and recognize that big cities in countries usually, especially where the most metropolitan activity happens, is usually what people hear about and talk about the most.
Yeah.
So the fact that a lot of people kind of focus on Kingston or even think that Kingston is a massive part of Jamaica, even though geographically it isn't the biggest part in Jamaica, is not strange. But yes, Kingston alone is not Jamaica.
Yeah, it's not the biggest part of Jamaica. It does have a third of Jamaica's population in Kingston. Also, we understand why Kingston is considered so big because so much comes out of Kingston, out of Jamaica, which is, music and those things that we're known for, right? So we get that, but we also know that it is definitely not Jamaica. There's so much more to this little island of ours.
All right, well, we're going to take the break and come back from outside of Kingston. Don't move. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the Roundtable. This morning's topic is Jamaica is not Kingston, expanding our thought border. Miss TK has been very quiet. Yes, TK, Jamaica is not Kingston.
As a Kingstonian, you see, born and raised, let me tell you, don't come for me, don't come for me. Don't come for me, but we understand that Kingston is not Jamaica. We get it, intellectually. But here's the thing. Like how Jamaicans, all Jamaicans from every parish have a thing where Jamaica is the Caribbean. It's Jamaica and the other islands. Don't look at me like that. You guys know that you do it as well, right? So it's like Jamaica and the other islands. Sometimes we kind of feel like it's Kingston and the other parishes.
we're
not this year, but
it's easy to think to feel that way living here though, Shelley, because of how things are here, right? So
when you say here, you mean Kingston?
In Jamaica, everything outside of Kingston is country, right? So that is literally how we even think about it. In Jamaica.
But first of all, stop win your argument.
I'm win.
As I said, Marianne.
I am win.
As a born and bred, said Marianne. No, I'm actually born at Jubilee, but that's not the point. Right?
A Kingston, you're born at Kingston.
I'm born at Jubilee, as did most little children in the 80s, and then we go back a country, or get a single. You're born at Jubilee.
She said it.
Right. But that's fine. We know there's Kingston and we know there's country. But I want you to understand something. You know that there are people in Jamaica who never been to Kingston?
Yes.
Who live all them life and just see Kingston on TV and them say them not got a town. Them never got a town yet. I met an old man in Westmoreland years ago. He said, I don't remember what age he said he was. It was an old man. He said, I never got that place. Me free that town.
Yeah.
Me don't want to go a town. But let's talk a little bit about, you know, just this conversation we're having about the hurricane earlier, and the fact that most of the damage that we are seeing happened on the western, western, yes, on the western end of the island, in St. Elizabeth. Thank you, TK, because me come back
St. Elizabeth, Manchester, Clarendon.
St. Elizabeth, Manchester, Clarendon, that part of the island, which is far away from Kingston. And I really just want us to bear in mind that even though most of us here in Kingston have light and electricity, and water and the you know, the usual amenities, those places, there are places that still hasn't been reconnected yet. What can we do from Kingston to support those places?
Oh, there's a lot that we can do. First of all, I'm sure that we have things that we don't need, or that we're not using, or that we can just give, put them together, because there are people going out there every day. There are companies going out there every single day. I was speaking last night to someone, and what happens is that a lot of these places, they don't have generators to run the plants. So now companies are purchasing generators to take them in there. But then the problem with taking the generators in there is that you literally need helicopters to lift a lot of this stuff in there.
Because of the access, the road access.
Absolutely, the road access. So it's, you know, these kids, if you think about it, these kids are going to need school shoes, clothes. They're going to need so much. They're going to need books replaced. They're going to need so much that they're going to need that we can give. We can use our platforms.
Of course. All right. Well, you know, one of the things that we like to talk about Kingston is all the business and the city life and all of that. But one of the things that Kingston have to just be quiet about is the prettiness of Jamaica. The prettiest parts of Jamaica is not in Kingston.
I mean,
I said it.
It depends. It depends on
It depends. Because I want to say that we don't. Because we do have very beautiful
Have you ever seen the skyline of Knutsford Boulevard?
Yes.
It's beautiful.
TK,
You know what,
I have
TK?
one word,
beautiful.
2 syllables.
I wasn't there with her.
Portland.
Yeah, but that's the natural beauty and
That's
the
the natural
sea and the
beauty.
bush and the rain. We've got beautiful stuff.
And I have family that come here in Shelly, and when they come here and they stay down on the north coast or they stay outside of Kingston, their kids want to come to Kingston because they feel like them that they are Jamaica if them stay in the
Well,
country.
watch how me go step on the wall on the car now.
All right, let's see.
All the real beaches in Jamaica are not in Kingston
That's fair.
because Kingston have seaside.
That's fair.
Kingston don't have no real
fine.
beach.
That's fair.
That's
All right
fine.
with that? That's
Yes,
fair.
we're okay with that.
I
That's
said that.
fair.
We're
That's
okay
fair.
with that. That's fine.
With my chest.
I think that one of the things that Kingston, why Kingston has such a highlight on it is because of the opportunities. There are a lot of
Yes,
people
yes.
For
who
true.
leave from all over the
about,
island
absolutely.
to come to Kingston for the
Present company
opportunity.
included.
Most people from out of town who are here now came for opportunities, not because Kingston did pretty,
Right.
but it's because of the opportunities. And I think that if those opportunities are expanded into other areas, then we would have,
I'm
more
going to push
say.
back on that a little bit because there is a lot of, what's the word I want? Metropolitanization. I just made that in my brain,
All right,
but you know what
we'll
it works.
accept it. We'll take
It works. It
Sometimes
works.
I
I like
just invent
it.
a word of country spaces. And I don't like it.
Yeah, I don't
want
like
to
it
leave
either.
Kingston
What
and
you
go to
mean?
country. So, for example, do you see the expansion of what's going on in St. Anne? St. Anne, there are parts of St. Anne right now that just look like city life.
Yeah.
Like seriously, with the construction and the big plazas going up and all of the new businesses forming. And listen, I know the opportunities going there and all of that, but it just don't feel like country again.
And it opens them up to a lot of other things, right? So I know that we look at how that Kingston is developed, and a lot of people will say that a lot of the other parishes and in the country, they're not developed as much. But the thing is that with development, there's a
There are
lot of
side
other
effects.
things that come. There are side effects because with development, there's also crime, right? So we would see that in Montego Bay, and we would see that in Westmoreland. We see that in St. James and Westmoreland, that as these two parishes have been developed, the more developed they become, the more they open themselves to so many other things.
And even the climate part, the pollution
the climate and the pollution
yes.
and all of that. And you know what? I want to say this. Country people, it's not everything we have a town, them want a country, Them like country, it stay. Yeah.
Hold that point, my friend. We're there with you. Like country, it stay. We hit the home stretch right after this quick break. Thank you so much for staying with us. You know what time it is. Woo, it flies when we're sitting here enjoying good conversation. It's time for final thoughts. And TK says she think about our thoughts, so we could start with Barbie.
My final thought is that definitely I agree that Kingston is not Jamaica, but I do know that Jamaica is paradise. We live in paradise, and that we need to appreciate it more, and we need to do more for each other. Listen, don't look at the fact that Kingston was not devastated by this hurricane as a reason to say Jamaica does not need help. We need the help. So anything that you can do to help, to give, to even reach out and use your platforms in any way possible to appeal for help, please do it. There are companies out there that have funds where they'll match every dollar you give. NCB, I know, is doing it right now. So just do what you can, because you can do something.
I would say that, good point. I would say, I would say that one of the reasons that Kingston has kind of risen and country, i.e. everywhere else, is not as prevalent is because I feel like the parishes have lost what was unique to them and isn't really passing it on as they used to. So for example, the culture of country, the agricultural side of things, the products that used to come from there, the mindset that used to come from there, how the people, you know, thought and lived, it's kind of lost. And so I think that maybe if we regain those things, strengthen those things, share those things more, then the different parishes would stand up more and be stronger. I don't know, that's just a thought.
It's a good thought.
It's a thought.
It's a thought.
Well, you know, thank you so much, TK. And I want to just echo what Barbie said, you know, well, we know Kingston is not Jamaica. Big up everybody from Jeffreytown who's watching us right now. Yeah, you, St. Mary people, and everybody else. But I just want to say, you know, just give as much as you can. Let us help each other. Jamaicans are amazing. Let us show the world what we can do, and we put our hands and bodies and minds and resources together to help one another, all right? That is a wrap for the Roundtable today. Special thanks to our hurricane guest, TK. Proud Kingstonian in the building. Born under the clock. Remember, as you go into the world today, be good, be on purpose. Take care. Walk good.
Under the tree with a glass of lemonade. Jumping at the river when me ready for paid. No boy can't buy me out. Me no foreign minded, no way compared to Jamaica. Jamaica love, we wanna feel Jamaica love. Everybody wanna visit Jamaica. Jamaica love, Jamaica. Jamaica love, we wanna see Jamaica love. The one that represent the citizens of Jamaica. Jamaica love, Jamaica. Represent where you're born. Tune up hurricane and storm. From the time we're chat, me no matter about tax man, still a hustle hard and a go on. Jamaican of the link to the link, thicker than Canadian, American, England. Make sure say when they are foreign and a hustle, mama visit Western Union. Don't make with build up with foundation. All the hard man, them fear of mission. Don't flash out all the money back, SSP. Any sick comes and ammunition. Real Jamaican, and show me you want. No matter which part of the world where you stand. Me no matter what them want say about Jamaica, me sing it out loud, come proud to be one. Jamaica love, we wanna feel